Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Aroa and today I'll be taking you guys on a Liverpool vlog. I am still in Liverpool. If you have not seen my first vlog, go and watch it. I'll link it in here. And today I am vlogging a little bit more. It's sunny and I thought, what a perfect day to just take you guys around Liverpool and enjoy some new places that I have not been to before. I'm super excited and let's go! Liverpool is such a nice city. Today is quite sunny, so I decided to just walk around and see some of the places that are in my bucket list. So guys, today I am going to check out a really cool market that's called Baltic Market, and on my way there are a few quite popular things to see around Liverpool on my way. So I'll show you guys the Chinese town and the lovely arc, and there are some cool churches around. There is the Liverpool Cathedral, so I'll show you guys that. As I walked down the street, I found this building that I thought was really interesting because it did not have windows or a roof. So I knew nothing about this building before. I googled some information and it's called St. Luke's Church, and it's also called the Bombed Out Church because the roof and the windows, they were destroyed in the World War II. And everything else remained, which I think is so incredible. Liverpool has so much history, which is something I'm really enjoying because I love history and I love learning about the past. I always found history very curious. So as I walked down, I could see the incredible Chinese arch. So this Chinese arch, I believe, is actually one of the biggest in Europe, if not the biggest, and it's so incredible to see just how beautiful the colors really are, which maybe do not show as much on video, but when you're there you can see how big it really is. And Chinatown is actually quite nice in Liverpool. I definitely recommend that you visit this lovely monument and also maybe eat something that's Chinese in Chinatown. They have quite a wide variety of restaurants around, so there are plenty of options for you to pick which one you like the most. So guys, just over there behind me is the Liverpool Cathedral, and it's quite a historical building. I definitely recommend visiting. And there it is, Liverpool Cathedral. It's a bit hidden because of the trees from where I am, but it's definitely worth visiting if you can. Okay, so next stop is finding the Baltic Market that I wanted to check out. It's actually close by, right behind these buildings. If you're not using Google Maps, it's probably quite difficult to find. It's quite hidden, so you have to look for it. It says Baltic Market. So yeah, definitely Google it. It's hard to find without Google Maps, but it's so nice. It had some lovely sitting area and it had a lot of really interesting places to grab yourself some lunch or dinner. It also had a bar and it had a stage, so there are many DJs and musicians that come in here to play. So I thought this was a really cool place if you're doing a bit of socializing. I think that's such a cool place to meet your friends and spend the Friday evening or Saturday evening. But yeah, there are so many places, but I found this one that I liked, Churros, Churreria Madrid, just in case I feel homesick. How great is this? I have churros right there, which is quite fun. And this is what I mentioned earlier. This is the stage where musicians go in and play. And for example, you can see Friday, Saturday and Sunday, they have something planned for those days, DJs and so on. So I definitely recommend you come check these out, especially if you're planning to do a little bit of socializing. It's quite fun. So next, I went on to visit the lovely River Mersey. So this is actually a river I really like. It's quite peaceful, and that's one of the things that I like about Liverpool is the river. And yeah, it's just really peaceful to come by the water. Definitely recommend that you guys walk around and see the boats. But there is also a very big wheel that's quite popular, which is this one. I definitely recommend that you go in because the views are amazing. I have not gone in myself, but I've heard plenty of positive feedback regarding the views. So definitely come check out this wheel. It's next to the arena, which is this building right next to the wheel, and they're both next to the river. Okay, so yeah, the minute you Google it, you'll know where this is. And there's a really nice path to walk along the river. So if you're looking for a peaceful place in the city to do a little bit of reflection, definitely this is a good place to come. Oh, by the way, the sunsets are amazing from here. The sunsets are absolutely incredible. Definitely come on a sunny day to check out the sunset. One thing I found quite interesting is that along the river they have these locks, as I think it's a representation of love. So you can bring your partner and leave a lock in there. This is like literally something taking over the entire path. You can see all the locks in there, which is quite interesting. It's quite a funny thing about Liverpool. So guys, I thought I could go today to Crosby Beach, but unfortunately it's raining quite a lot. Today is Sunday, so I decided to change the plans a little bit and go to a museum instead, because at least I can just be inside. But yeah, it's so windy and rainy, and I decided to try out the Museum of Liverpool, which is this one right here. So rainy. It's that one, that's the entrance. So I decided to try it. I am not sure what to expect. I've never been inside, but I've heard it's free. So I think that's a really good initiative that the museums are free. And I'll show you guys what I find and how the museum looks like. But this is a pretty good plan for anyone that enjoys culture, history, and is looking for a plan to do indoors, because obviously the weather can be quite crazy around here. So let's go. Let's see what's inside. So I went into the Museum of Liverpool, and to be fair, I had never been in a museum in Liverpool before, but it's quite nice because it's free and it's good entertainment for the day. Now I started on the first floor learning about, the history of Liverpool from the Vikings up until nowadays, which is really interesting to see the evolution of human history in Liverpool. And one of the things that shocked me the most is all the stuff they have from World War One and World War Two. It's so shocking. It must have been such a difficult time period. How horrible to, live through something like this. It's really impactful to see everything. And they have a big section with a lot of stuff from the war. So if you're interested in seeing this sort of stuff, definitely come to the Museum of Liverpool. Liverpool was quite affected by the world wars, both of them actually. So they really have a lot to display in here. And they also have a section about the evolution of transportation, and they have some of the old methods of transport, which I found really interesting and cool. But overall, the museum is very nice, it's very family friendly. And upstairs, they have more stuff from the wall. They have sections in which you can actually watch some documentaries and stuff, which is quite nice. It educates a lot, which is great to have some cultural background and education. And if you continue, there is more on the second floor to explore. And if you take a look at the views from the window, they are pretty incredible. You can go in there and take some nice photos. But yeah, they have a lot to explore, so you could definitely spend a whole day in the museum. They have a nice sitting area and a cafe as well if you want to eat there as well. I definitely recommend it. But yeah, these are the beautiful views from the museum. So one of the things in the museum I found quite interesting was, they have a section with information from the 1600s up until the 1900s and even nowadays, which is really interesting to learn about the medieval era and, think about what Liverpool was at that time in the 1600s. Up until the 1900s and even today. It's really interesting. I definitely recommend to come in here and get informed, basically get educated about history if you like history. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely recommend that you visit the city of Liverpool. And thank you very much for watching. See you soon. Bye.